If you look at the surface of this new Vice City, you see a blur of neon-drenched parties, high-speed chases, and pure, unfiltered chaos. But if you listen closely to the dialogue, you find a specific, carefully coded blueprint detailing exactly how the game's mechanics operate. This map shows the underlying structure of the game. Stripping away the graphics leaves us with three interconnected systems that dictate how a player survives. We have a codependent criminal partnership, a robust economic empire, and a compromised law enforcement network. Mastering Vice City requires a calculated climb through this rigid hierarchy, where the player must manage all three branches simultaneously. Our entry point into this structure relies on two protagonists, Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos. We meet them at a definitive chronological starting point, with a guard announcing, "I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out." Their interactions move rapidly from casual greetings like, "Hi, Jason," to the immediate aftermath of extreme physical violence. One character explicitly notes the physical toll, complaining, "You broke my nose, that's what." To counter that constant threat, they frequently reinforce their bond. Lines like, "You and me, Lou, we got this," establish a tight, isolated dynamic. In an environment where every faction and system is designed to extract value from the player, this partnership operates as the only stable baseline. Because the world is inherently untrustworthy, their bond provides the consistent framework through which you navigate every mission and interaction. Outside of their partnership sits Vice City itself, functioning as a massive, exploitable economic engine. The script provides concrete details about how this economy works. A character explicitly states, "I got some properties with paying tenants," and demands, "Just go get me my checks." This diagram illustrates a core mechanical loop, the inclusion of passive income streams generated through player-controlled real estate management. But capital requires an outlet. That expenditure side is represented by the return of a legacy brand, Phil's Ammunition, proudly advertising, "We got more guns than the law allows." This chart now shows the full cycle. The passive collection of rent funnels directly into the active purchasing of heavy illegal firepower. Wealth in Vice City forms a brutal closed loop. Rent funds the arsenal, and the arsenal is required to protect the real estate empire. That empire is constantly threatened by the third pillar of the ecosystem, federal agents and local police. The dialogue establishes a high level of surveillance and paranoia. One character asks, "Yo D, this fool a Fed?" followed immediately by the realization, they got your name, address, they got everything. But the local level reveals a different kind of threat. The line, "Us cops, we gotta protect each other," points to systemic corruption within the ranks. This visualization maps out a faction ecosystem. By placing law enforcement and organized crime in this shaded central zone, the police operate as an active syndicate that players can potentially manipulate or bargain with. The law in this iteration of the city doesn't represent a moral boundary. They operate as a well-funded rival gang competing for dominance. This diagram brings the entire picture into focus. The duo, the economy, and the law are tightly bound together to define the true scope of the player's objective. Success depends on balancing systemic manipulation and human trust, adding a layer of management to the traditional use of firepower and speed. Because rent funds the arsenal and the arsenal protects the duo from the police, a failure in one area creates an immediate cascading pressure on the others. To survive a rigged system, you have to follow the only rule that matters. As the script says, the only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.